Welcome to our today's class. I warmly welcome everyone who will watch this recording offline, and also the people who are on the Zoom and the Facebook on live with me. This is a week four, very important and final week for this course, and in which I will be helping you eventually how you need to cope in the life biggest challenge, biggest crisis you are facing, and biggest storm you are facing, um, and more effectively. Um, so my approach will be change the mind, change the paradigm through which you see the world. Therefore, there is a warning sign as well, which is a positive warning, uh, because in this world it's difficult to change the mind because of lot of factors. But if we are able to transform ourselves by changing our paradigms, by changing our uh, the way we think, the way we perceive the world, that will be amazing and really enjoyable moment for our life. The biggest problem is we are victim of very sameness of the life, Um and we don't see any hope. We don't see any way to change ourselves, which works for me, which works for you. So therefore, I designed this important session for you, and you need to hold your patience because this is a little bit longer class because I need to cover a lot of stuff. If you are hoping, if you are looking for freedom from your biggest problem of your life, um, and it is in connection with the previous my three classes from last three Sundays. We have been connecting with each other. Uh, so my name is Maratib, and I will be your host. And you and myself, we both will work together for this 45 minutes and 1 hour to make something amazing for your life, and also helping me in terms of that what I am sharing with you or presenting to you. You need to apply, or you have, if you have a question, feel free to comment on it, share it, or if you want to have criticize or you have a critical thinking or analysis, you can do as well. So uh, this is our a wonderful approach to go and meet our challenges. So at the end of the class, I want you to see in this mode a person very calm, a person who does not have any problem in the mind, in the memory, in the brain, and will feel that he or she is in a peace, absolutely peace, stillness, a moment of love, a moment of joy, higher consciousness, hopeful, optimistic, positive. Yeah, and blessing is on that person. Um, So let's go. I'm starting with my class with this wonderful person. You may know about him. He's my favorite coach and trainer, Dr. Stephen Covey, who wrote Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. And he tells us about paradigms. It's a very basic thing I'm going to tell you, that the paradigms are the lenses through which we see the world. And Stephen Covey says the paradigms are the powerful because they create the lens through which we see the world. And everyone has a different lenses, isn't it? You have a different lens. Julie has a different lens. AG has a different lens. Maratib has a different lens. If we are seeing through the same scene, same phenomena, same picture, uh, then we will interpret differently based on our background, based on our values, based on the state of consciousness. Okay. So that is we are going to work on in this workshop today, in this class today. So why we are stuck in the crisis? Because our paradigms are not changing. We do not see paradigm shift, the big shift which changed me, the quality, the lens through which I was looking before my problem. Now I need to see my problem in a different way, in a more real way, in a more open and liberal way, and hence I will have a control on my crisis of the life. Okay, and then I will get the achieve. Now I'm going to show you a picture for just few seconds, and then I will hide it. So Julie and AG, Aru, if you will see that picture, and just you need to type what did you see, and then I will hide it. Okay, so your picture is now on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what did you see? Okay, Julie saying a woman looking away. Okay, AG is also saying a woman. Okay. Hmm. Can you little bit explain what type of woman you saw? Like I'm talking about age. I'm talking about yeah, Victorian era. I mean, did you see like what age of the woman look like? It had a hat or something with feather. Okay. Okay. And age is saying Victorian style, middle aged. Okay. Okay, right. Middle aged. Okay. Okay, both saying middle aged. Okay. Now I'm going to see you make show you this same picture and now see it more deeply. Okay. And then you write your answer. Now see and take more time to see this. What is about this? What is the age of that character? Or did anybody see something different than before? So this, okay. Now, okay. So let me help you. Basically, this may be a younger than 20 years. Yeah. So there is no right and wrong. Basically, this is a picture of a beautiful young girl, a very like a teenager, a young girl, and at the same time, it is a picture of a old woman, a mature woman. Yeah. So uh, we see the things differently because of our perception. Okay. And there is no right, no wrong, usually in our life. But if we change our paradigm, sorry, excuse me, 1 second. I think the kids are playing. 1 second, let me. Sorry for interruption. I'm very sorry. There are kids. Today is Sunday here, so a lot of kids in the home from the relatives. They're playing and going here and there. Okay, so uh, yeah, so this is the paradigm. So the paradigm are the things through which we see the world, and we get and we perceive different meanings. Yeah, and based on these perception, we interpret our crisis. For example, if somebody has a divorce problem, relationship problem, or the money problem, or somebody has a loved one is died, uh, or somebody is in addiction of alcohol or gambling or some bad habits, you know, if somebody has a health problem, yeah, they have a medical condition. If somebody has a problem of psychology, he or she is psychotic and see that things differently and with weirdly. So, don't you think that if we change our paradigm, how we are perceiving our health, our illness, our mental perception, then the things will improve better? Yeah. Like this girl, which you are seeing, if, for example, you have a perception and you have a love or you have a, amazing, joyful moments, and your conscious level is young, is thinking about love, probably romance, probably new ideas, creativity, then you could see this picture as a young girl. A young is a symbol of love, a symbol of creativity, the joyfulness, you know. Uh, and some people may have a opposite, and they could see this woman, this picture as a old, depressive woman, a scary woman, okay. And then that person who is watching or seeing this image will act differently based on what he or she perceive that image, you know. So therefore we have a very deep connection between see what we see and what, after seeing something, after feel something, we do something, we do action, we take action. So see, proceed to do. And once we do something, once we have done something as a result of our paradigm, our sight, then we get result. So our action receive results. Okay. So this is basically Dr. Stephen give you a very quick the, overview how we take the crisis. If you have a problem in the life, that you are getting it as a problem, and this problem or this unhappiness, this sadness, this angerness, this apathy, this frustration, this negative emotion, you are feeling because you have done something wrong. And you have done something wrong because you see something negatively, you interpret something negatively. Okay, in other case, if you see this image, your paradigm were wrong. Your paradigm, your lens were wrong. Therefore, you did wrong practice and you get the wrong result, which is not ideal, right? So the paradigms, you need to work on your paradigm if you want to complete out of way the crisis, or at least to manage effectively about the crisis in which you are living at the moment. Okay. And This is going to give you um, another higher level of thinking, which called consciousness. So this leads to higher level, which is consciousness, which does not locate on my mind. It is somewhere in this universe. It is somewhere in somewhere. Okay, and this consciousness has a direct relationship with your paradigm. Okay, your paradigm is a product of your mind, your background, your through which you lived your childhood. Your parents, your teacher, your society taught you something wrongly or accurately, and you experience it, and it's stored in a memory. And in the later age, you will see the world through these all blend of experience, knowledge, definition, words, etc. But I'm talking about your awareness, your consciousness, which is above this. Okay, and that is a directly proportional to your level of paradigm. Yes, there is a direct relationship with your paradigm and consciousness as a framework for the understanding about the crisis, and that can have a significant influence how we perceive and interpret consciousness, and conversely our knowledge of consciousness can lead to shift in paradigm, can lead to change the mind how see the problem of the gambling, problem of the physical illness, problem of the mental illness, problem of the low money, problem of the relationship, problem of the feeling of failure, problem of the rejection, problem of the relationship with my husband, problem relationship with my wife, relationship with my children, relationship with my friends, problem of relationship with my parents, problem of relationship with my society, relationship of how I see the political parties, relationship of anything. The problem, the crisis which I'm seeing has two main factor. It is in result of your paradigm, and through paradigm you did the wrong practice, and with that wrong practice you got the result which you don't want to see. So if you want to change your paradigm, that is the multi-millionaire question. And if you can only change your paradigm by following principles, by following natural principles, and understanding the consciousness. And this consciousness is a complex thing which spiritual leaders, intellectual leaders, writers, they are working on this. That what is the consciousness? Where this consciousness comes from? Where this whole feeding come from? Because this whole consciousness is building my paradigm, and that paradigm is accepting by my whole society where I born and where I was raising by my parents, my children, by my teacher, by my society, and that paradigm is now part of myself. And that's why these negative paradigms, these unprincipled paradigms are not giving me the result which I want to see. I want to see I not myself in crisis. I want to see myself in a happier mood, happier phase of my life. And that we are going to understand. And this consciousness is represent and discussed and taught by my favorite teacher, Dr. David Hawkins, in the map of consciousness. And that is changed my life as well. When I was fixing paradigms of my life, and because he says that we are in around 15 layers of conscious levels. Our lowest level of the consciousness start from guilt. then neutrality, then apathy, then grief, fear, desire. These are little higher levels, more good levels, anger, pride. When you are at the pride level of consciousness, when you have a feeling of prideness about something, okay, maybe proud of myself, proud of my country, proud of my religion, proud of my language, proud of my parents, proud of my family, proud of my car, proud of my something, okay. So this is something, uh, then a big paradigm shift appears in your life, comes in our life from nowhere, or from God, or from any deity you believe on. You believe on Jesus, God, Allah, Krishna, or even if you are atheist or agnostic, you believe something supernatural, higher. Uh, they give you courage. This is the middle way, the courage. This level of consciousness give you then further neutrality, willingness to change yourself completely, give you the acceptance, the things as it is without changing, accepting the people as it is they are, accepting the crisis with low finances as it is, accepting your boss as it is, accepting your partner as it is, accepting your any status which you have as it is without any add or removing, because you have positive reasons, and that rationality, scientific, imperial knowledge, accurate reasoning give you higher level, the better level, because the next level make you a lover, a truly lover. You become a packet of love. This higher consciousness make you a lovable person, a lovable being, and you give only love to other, even other people give you hate or rejection. You don't care about them. This is the level we will achieve by this higher level, and that level of love we give the enjoyment, because that leads to peace. That is the same enjoyment when you are addicted. You know, when you are in addiction, if you are smoking a cigarette, or if you are taking a low dose of drug, uh, probably heroin or probably something else. I'm not supporting these drugs. I'm just giving you an example. The moment when you inhale any drug inside and you become just out of everything, you dislocate yourself from the world and you are just in some other level. That level you can achieve without drugs. You don't need to become addict. You don't need to become some alcoholic person to go in that state of mind, because that is a wrong way to take your higher consciousness. So I'm talking about by fixing your paradigm, by correcting your practices and action, you can do, go, achieve, step up, up, and up, and then your crisis will turn into the opportunities. Your any crisis will turn into give you the higher rank in yourself and in a eye of God as well, because this will lead to peace, and eventually you become a superman, a superwoman, a superhuman being, a super soul, because you are now very near to enlightenment. And and for you, this enlightenment will give you the excellent experience of life before you die in this world. So this map of consciousness we need to work on to go to the higher level. We don't need to stay in a lowest guilt, okay, shame. We don't need to live in a shameful life, in a fearful life, in a griefful life, in a apathy, okay. These the mostly world people are in this. 85 people of the world actually live in this lower consciousness. It's a very unfortunate. Even we think that we are, if you see President Trump, President Keir Starmer, and other European leaders, they claim that we have achieved this, and blah, blah, blah. But actually, it's not. We, uh, yes, we have achieved something materialistic stuff, but in reality, our conscious level is very poor. And that's why we all are in crisis. If you see this this from this book, the healing and recovery. If you see, let me show you this book, Healing and Recovery by Dr. David Hawking. Uh, if you see here, if you have a higher consciousness, then you will never be unemployed, you will never be poor, by and your life is 100% perfect. You will not do any crime. But if you see, if we go down in a lower level of consciousness, you look at rate of employment in 97%. Rate of poverty, we will feel poor, or have we will be poor person by finance, and we will blame to money 65%, 40%. And for us, happiness or life is curse. Life is just a mess. Life is just a, the bloody something. And these are the things we think, do. And we will more victim of criminality. We do crimes. Look, 98% crime, 91% crime people do when they have a 50 to 100 out of 1,000 consciousness level. Look at, look at, if we are raising our consciousness, rate of poverty is going to zero. If we are increasing and going towards love, peace, and enlightenment, our rate of unemployment is going to almost zero. It means you will be a rich person on that level. If you are increasing and working on your paradigms, and hence higher, going to making you higher consciousness, you will be having a no crime. You will see no crime in your country, with you, from yourself as well. You see, this is the result of our societies, where you're living in United States of America, United Kingdom, um, in India, in Pakistan, in Saudi Arabia, in Indonesia, Canada, wherever anyone is. This is the litmus test of our consciousness and the crisis of the life we are in, because we don't work on our paradigm, and we don't make ourselves consciousness. That's why we are very, very poor in understanding. I'll give you further example. When you have a divorce, yeah, you are in grief and rejection mode, and your conscious level is very, very low. Out of 1,075, if your loved one, your partner, you are in grief and your conscious level is very low. If you are in a chronic disease, you are in fear, or you are going to die, and you become insensitive, you become apathy, you become having a numbness in your body and mind, because you becoming a victim of fear. You have a very poor, low consciousness. Unemployment, bankruptcy, breakdown from the friendship, somebody betrayed you. If you are in a depression, you still have a very low conscious level. Look, when you are depressed, you are in grief actually, because depression is a consequence of your past. which your mind is not getting rid of. Um, you are in apathy, and your skill level is out of 1,000 is very less. When you are addict, you want to do something, but you feel shame because of the society is not accepting your addiction. You still between 20 to 125 out of this is all out of 1,000. Yeah. If you are in natural disaster, you're still in a lower consciousness, like in a war as well. When we are in the war, for example, between Ukraine and Russia, America and Korea, or America versus Iran, Israel versus Iran, India versus Pakistan, or you don't know on these people who are victim of these, they have fear and they have very low consciousness. Um, when you have accident, when you have in the middle identity crisis, yeah, this is the biggest thing. Um, because we love labels and we stick with labels which my parents and society give me, and that of course is a fake label, and that give you fear, um, and that give you 125 to 150 level of you see, these are all immigration status, loneliness, caretaker burnout, public failure. So these all fear, grief, apathy, um, shame, anger, these are all our low consciousness. If you go back to your consciousness chart, consciousness map, so lower consciousness are guilt, shame, apathy, grief, fear, anger, pride. These are all we all are. Because we do not have a courage to go up. We do not have a courage to go up to the higher level because of our poor paradigms, because of poor sightness through which we see the world, poor lenses, wrong lenses. Okay, that's why we are in big problem. Yeah. So I have some reading as well, quick reading. So I want you to participate in this reading as well if you want to do. Oh, we have another person. Hi, Joseph. Welcome back again to my class. Thank you for joining my class. Okay.
Hello, thank you.
You're very welcome. So let's read a couple of lines which I highlighted for you. Obviously, we have a limited time. I cannot read all chapters and pages, but we can read just like a quotations and quick paragraphs. Um, so this is a page 261 that Dr. David Hawkins is saying. More often, there is the willingness to totally surrender at great depth. And then one see that surrender occurs at different depth. So he's talking about this map of consciousness. Let me go back to your map of consciousness. Aries. So our courage basically start from here. And this is the movement when you are heading towards surrender the situation without changing it. You don't want to change it, you want to change your paradigm. You want to change your map of consciousness, uh, level of consciousness, and that will start with surrender. And surrender means you accept the situation as it is, and and this is your gratitude where you stand, and you apparently look like heard a bad news, but actually it's not the bad news. This is actually a test of your conscious level. If you have a surrender position, then you will say, you will feel gratitude. thankfulness, gratefulness, even if something bad is happening. Okay, that is look like is opposite what the world has taught me, right? It looks like is opposite what my parents taught me. It looks like is the opposite of what my teacher told me, or 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 what the society level is there. But no, the actually the truth is I need to surrender what happened, okay? And that surrender give me a big sigh of relief to defend, to resist anything, because that resistance is a mother cause of all, because this resistance is a result of my accepted fear which I have. This resistance is actually the weakness within me, and I want to not defend against something, and it will more destroy something. I will destroy the opposite something which have given me the bad feeling, because I don't want to accept it. I don't want to surrender. How dare it is? How dare it is happen with me? How dare she called me this? How dare he did with me this? This daring is actually a result of your weakness inside your inner self. Okay. But if you did surrender the moments when you heard the bad news, when somebody did bad thing with you, that you actually win the game. If your husband, if your wife, if your friend, if your boss did something wrong with you, and if you resist it, if you react it, then it means you give them access to control you. Okay. But if you did surrender it, then you did not give your rope to them to control you. Actually, surrender is a disconnection from the movement of the negativity of that time. And that once you disconnect from that, then you are free to go to the higher level. And you did disconnect from yourself, from the bad boss, from your bad partner, from the crisis where you are, okay? Because you did not empower them to control you, because you did not resist to control you. Resistance actually is to give you your one edge of the life to give, and they will pull it, and they will squeeze you, they will hit you, they will give you pain, and lifetime pain and suffering you will be. So this is the joy of surrender, and the level of this joy will give you higher level of consciousness, love, joy, peace, you know. So that's how you hear the Dr. David Hawkins is saying you need to show willingness to total surrender at the greater depth. Another point he is saying, often people say, although I would not want to live though it again, I am very grateful for that experience. Uh, that is the word when people express gratitude, uh, feel surrender, or do surrender. Okay, even they are look like in crisis, still they say I'm very grateful of that experience. Actually, it opened my eye to go on a higher level. Okay, thank you very much for giving me shut up call. Thank you very much for giving me that you are no longer uh, be reliable. Thank you very much. I should have known you then before, but that's okay. I'm not giving you the one side of rope of my life to give. I'm just surrendering whatever is happening. That's absolutely fine. And just go or pass by and move towards a higher level. Dr. David Hawkins is further saying, how could a person be a grateful when the world consider a terrible catastrophe or a dreadful progressive illness? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The people will say, oh my God, he or she is losing. Oh, what? Oh my God, he or she is not responding me because she lost. She lost this game. She does not have any uh, what we call reasons to give me the answer of my action. You know, they will poke you to give me the answer. But if you don't give the answer and you ignore it, you surrender the movement in spiritually, the other people, the world will see, "Oh, it. I have done something wrong with him, and he is not responding me. He look like is he lost a game with me, and I have made him look down upon. You know, that's the world start to give you, taunt you or poke you. You know, but actually, what will happen? They don't know. Actually, you won the war. You won the game, because you have surrendered it. You have shown your humbleness. You have shown your beauty of going down to earth. Okay, and that make you ultimate winner. Okay, world does not know that you have won. Okay, but your inner truth is telling you, you have won, Julie. You have won, AG. You have won, Joseph. uh, yes, and that is the truth. Our current world is designed on the opposite of spirituality, opposite of truth. So let's further some of this highlighted, or anybody can want to read. You can unmute the mic and you can read it as well if you want. Otherwise, I can read it for you. Anybody can so let me read for you. The end result of the unresolved emotional handling of a catastrophic experience is often an illness that may occur many years later. The grief that was left undone at the time of the death of some family member 20 years early, for example, may now express itself as a heart attack. Oh my God. Oh my God, what a truth, slice of truth I'm reading here for you. That when we handling any crisis in life, and if we do not done it, if if we did not resolve it, then these unresolved energies will stay still with you, and that unresolved energy will reappear in later in your life and will give you pain body, will give you in dissatisfaction, and will give you unsatisfied mind, and will appear in some form of illness. For example, heart attack. I mean, what a revelation he is giving us. And he is, because I did not surrender on a first time 20 years ago when the crisis started, the problem happened. I did flight from the situation, or actually I resisted and I damaged him or her or them, and they damaged me or us, and then we walked away and we busy in other age of the life. But this unresolved energy now will reappear in my later life and give me some physical illness from nowhere. Oh, what happened? I was living a very healthy life. I was walking, I was jogging, I was going gym, I was eating healthy, and where this bloody heart attack comes, where this cancer appeared suddenly from nowhere. So Dr. David Hawkins is actually saying that this unresolved emotional energy must be resolved accurately, properly, with understanding before we move to the next day, before we move and we live in the next month. because this unresolvedness will reappear in a very dangerous form. And that is a mind-blowing truth. And that's why we do not come out from crisis. You know, crisis will remain with us, unfortunately. And the second last paragraph I will read. Anybody can read. I'm happy to you to read. Um, okay. Further is saying there are people who have been in spiritual work and around metaphysical circles for many years, and nothing changes in their life. They have the same illnesses and problems. Their personal life is the same. They have not had any of the experience of inner truth, which I'm talking about, and they hear about. And why is that? Why this is that people do not change? Is he further say when the life brings the golden opportunity to them, that is the time to make spiritual knowledge real. It is the time for transformation, the time to take that leap in consciousness that are the golden moment. So basically, he is again telling you another fact of your life that why people do not change. For example, now in this session, if something is you are learning from this class, very important, significant lesson, you learn something, and if you do not apply in your life to make it change properly, then what will happen? You will stay in crisis um, from tomorrow or after finishing this class, okay? And the rest of the life will remain as it is, like it was yesterday. And he is giving you answer why you did not change, because, and many people do not change, okay? Why? Because they did not apply this golden opportunity of applying this truth in their life immediately. Okay, look, our life is very, very busy, very uh, I mean, we don't have time to think about or ponder something. Then what happens? We ignore it and go further. Okay, he is saying the golden moments you need to cash it. Okay, and whatever you learn, immediately apply forever or for longer period, whatever you think about the thing, about your life. Um uh, so life give you the golden opportunity. So take this class as a life. Forget about myself. I'm not saying that you follow me or something. We all are studying and learning from each other. And I'm presenting something finest teaching of on this planet, okay, which helped me and helped also a lot of people. And that will help you as well to transform your life, to come out from the crisis. Okay, so but take it, do action. uh, let me tell you what I started this class from here, this one, paradigms. Once you change your paradigms about the things, then you will change your practices, actions, and that action will give you the excellent results what you want to achieve. But these paradigms changing, this alteration of the paradigm, you won't be able to do until you bring the change in your conscious level, this consciousness higher level, and that you, it will not happen like suddenly you are sitting in the room and suddenly some angel came and that angel changed your paradigm, that angels change your map conscious level. No, no, you need to work on this continuously. People are changing themselves from ages, okay? And that you need to do as well right after this class, okay? So, so this is the message, and the last uh, paragraph which I want to give you. our overview is on page 249. He's saying, Dr. David Hawkins is saying, to those who are aligned consciously in their life with spiritual work, what does spiritual work look like to you? What do you think of a spiritual work means? What is the nature of what you call spiritual or consciousness or dealing with your unconscious or your superconscious? What does it look like to you? This is also a very important question I want to bring you. The consciousness is not something a fix. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, or 5 plus 5 is 10, which he's saying whatever you think is the best paradigm or best thing for your life, give that meaning, and that meaning will help you to increase your conscious level towards something better. Okay. And normally, if you follow any spiritual leader or intellectual author or a higher, like, celebrity which you believe on, just follow that person and go further to go improve your life. You will come across a lot of new teachers. You will come across a lot of gurus. You will come across a lot of mentors. Okay, not one or two, or a series of people. Everyone will contribute on your life, but that you need to change yourself. That you need to know where and when I need to take what thing to incorporate it in your excellent life. You to leverage your openness, leverage to your open individuality. You are a being. You are not a body only. You are not only mind. You are not only emotion. You are not only soul. You are a combination of all four: body, mind, heart, spirit. And above them, you are have a higher consciousness, which is does not uh, live local to you. It is somewhere around on somewhere. Find it, attach it with it. Whatever you call it, God or Jesus or Allah or Krishna, or you name it something else. Whether you believe in any religion, or you do believe on some other deities, or you are atheist, or you are agnostic, doesn't matter. You will find the truth eventually, I guarantee you. Okay, because the higher level, the higher being, the higher supreme force will eventually take you there, what the label currently you have in this world. So that's how you can cover your paradigms of uh, the crisis in your life. So this crisis, which we started 4 weeks ago, uh, handling the major crisis, we started when you were shattered, when everything fall apart. Your mind reacts to you. You become frustrated, depressed. Then in week 2, we discussed how you come out from power of letting go, power of surrender, not struggle, without resistance. Then week 3, last Sunday, we learned when you need to give a meaning to your crisis. Okay, you need to go towards breakthrough. Okay, not stay in breakdown. And today we learned that how you can get freedom from your victim mindset to a enlightened mind. And that's we I'm happy to share with you already that this map of consciousness, this is breakdown level of, we all are here, but this breakdown level of lower consciousness, we need to jump to here, to reason, to acceptance, to love, to joy, to peace. Okay, that's is the level of breakthrough, not through struggle. Remember, struggle we need to avoid. Wherever there is a struggle, there is a resistance, avoid it. Okay? Because it will leverage your ego. And with the ego life, you will not get higher levels. Ego is a killer of every higher level of your consciousness. Okay? So that is all class at the moment, except last part of the class. I have 5 to 10 minutes. So, do you have 5 to 10 minutes further? Uh, I want to give you some more overview I generated from AI for you before we wind up this class. And also, I will email you a certificate of participation. Uh, this is just a small acknowledgement from myself from your participation. From my I'm not a organization. I'm not a licensed person who will award you something. This is just, but this is appreciation from me. I will email you that you participated in this online course, free of cost. And I hope that you got it something valuable for you for your life. So just give me 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. I generated some of the amazing, meaningful, thoughtful pictures um, because the picture speaks louder than words. Um, and also, pictures also give you a big perception about something. Oh, yeah, the words, when we read and we perceive the text meaning something, that meaning create a picture in my mind, but that picture does not clear. Why? Because we have too many words, right? An average person think thousands words every day, single day, and few words actually create clarity. Okay, but if we see the picture, so sometimes picture give you more accurately in order to achieve clarity. Okay, so therefore um, I collected 33 crises of the life through pictures I want to give you, so you understand better which crisis you are, and obviously I give you some meaning, that how we can come out from this crisis by changing the mind. So this is the first crisis. Probably I will not explain every picture. Just you need to see what I'm talking about. Or somebody said, "Hello, Muhammad Javed. Thank you for joining me on my class." Okay. When you have a when everything collapse in your life, you know, suddenly something happened. Everything was smooth, and suddenly everything is out of track. This is a clue. And then you have emotional traumas. Look like you are broken. You are in big shock. Is a low value of consciousness. Your loved one died, and I know this is a biggest trauma I have gone through myself um, when my dad died. Um, that is also took me in a lower consciousness. But what we can do, this is the things which we need to go further. People, uh, this is a crisis which everyone, we have apathy, we become insensitive, and we go inner deep denial mode. You remember, if somebody, I remember the last week, I showed you pictures of where the mom went into apathy because when she heard that her son died in a war, and she went into numbness, empathy, and she never came back. She became psychotic. Fear of lose, of unknown, and that gave you something resentment in a, you always in anger, you are dissatisfied, yeah, because of talking yourself, people are suppressing you, your memories are suppressing you, and you are repressing it later, you know you this is a moment, you look like you are in clutches. Oh my God, you are in shame, you are in guilt, you're blaming yourself. Oh, why I did it, why this is happening to me. You are in regret, you know and that gives you a big anxiety. You can't do anything. You look like in a horror movie, and eventually you want to come out, but you are resisting instead of surrendering. You don't have anything, because you are in a low conscious. You know that my parents taught me to do resist, to kill everyone, to destroy everyone, just resist to come out. That's we do. And you have a victim mentality. You and there is a way to come out, but you don't want to come because you love to be victimized. You love victim, becoming victim, because you have lost your identity because of something. you know you are in crisis for something. You don't know who you are. Now the illusion is controlling you. People are controlling you because you did not surrender. You did not surrender. Now you are giving the edge of the rope, one side of the rope, to your partner. You are giving, other people are controlling you because you have started the path of struggle, not surrender. You are losing your faith. You don't believe what you are told. Maybe you are no longer Christian, you're no longer Hindu or Muslim or Jew or something, you know, because of the crisis. Now you have physical illness, you have a high blood pressure, you have a emotional unbalance, you have heart attack or heart disease, your cholesterol is getting higher, or you have respiratory problem, you are in physical, because you are not forgiving people. How dare she did with me? How dare he did with me? I can't believe it. I will not tolerate him or her. I cannot forgive. Bloody he did with me. You know, this all ego will make you go towards forgiveness. If you are not forgiving, other people will not forgive you. And you are in suffering because you are not letting go, because you are attaching too much to your negative emotions. You know, imagine this forgiveness. Why people are not forgiving other? Everybody can do mistake. Everybody can do anything, or some people have done something big wrong, but you are not forgiving. Why? Because you are too much attached with this negative energy. This negative energy has too much attachment. You know, and you uh, can't understand. The ego needs to fix, but Your ego is nowhere in your control. You you are avoiding the truth. You don't want to see you because you don't want to surrender. Oh, why I say sorry? Why I can't sorry. I cannot sorry. Excuse me, I cannot say sorry. Okay. So you have this fear of surrender. Okay. You don't have humbleness. You are not surrendering. You are not confused. There are so many paths. Oh, where I need to go here, there, there. Oh my God. I'm very confused. Oh, there are so many things. There are my teacher is saying something, my brother is saying something, my partner is saying something, I'm saying something, I learned something different. So you are totally now confused where to go. And um, and maybe you will misuse some of the spiritual teaching. Uh, I don't know where which element you will misuse, but people do misuse spiritual teaching. Um your emotional relapses happens. That if the healing started, but you again are, I mean, nailing down to the your healed wound to itching you are itching your healing for nothing. This is also state of people. They they involving for nothing. Healing is in process, but we nailing down it. We are still itching like a um, what we call it is a infection. If you have an infection of somewhere in the body, you start to do itch, and if it is healing, I'm still itching because I feel enjoy to itching. It gives you pleasure. uh, that's how we do with our life. And we blame others. This is the biggest illusion. Our life problem is because of someone, and this blaming does not finish. uh, and we have lost our peace because unexpected something happened, because I'm sticking with my trauma in my past life. Okay. There is a box inside my mind as a memory. I open every time. Oh, you done this. I remember you done this with me. I'm keep I'm keep opening this old box which is stored in my memory, and that give me a depression, suicidal thoughts. And I'm blaming that there is some, if something change outside, I will change. That we discussed in a last week 3. That if I make a condition, I will change until this will happen. This is another illusion. Okay. Something will happen, change from outside, and then I will change myself. Suddenly. This is absolutely wrong. External things cannot change your inner truth, which you have discovered. Uh, okay, I'm willingly, but still I'm feeling difficulty that I should be able to do this or this. Um, and then you are revolving around a circle. You start your journey and you come back on the same state again. You start again, you come back on. You are stuck. You are not moving. You are not changing. You know, and now you need to pay the price of this suffering. um, and then denial of deeper spiritual um, growth opportunity. Like we just read one of the paragraph from the book that uh, if there is a growth of opportunity, then you went into denial uh, as well. This is all ego mechanism to take you out from the truth and stay with ego, you know. And the last one is the avoiding of personal responsibility of healing. And is again, I'm denying, I'm avoiding my personal avoidance, you know. um, that I'm not responsible. Someone is responsible for me. So no problem. You blame someone, you will never be come out from the crisis. So this is our thing. If someone, I would like to share your say something. Yeah, Joseph has a question. Yes, please, Joseph,
Yeah,
unmute
thank
your mic.
you. I just want to, since I am the first time today here in this group, unfortunately, I just find it on Meetup very late. Therefore, I have a understanding question. These steps you are showing from 1 to 30, this, what you want to say with that? It's what are these steps in general? This is something a lot of them are familiar to me, but what is the real, um, yeah, what they are telling me when I can recognize some of these points you are showing us from 1 to 30.
Sorry, can you summarize your question?
Yeah. What is telling me when I recognize some of these topics you are explaining, uh, starting by the one, or now the, yeah.
Okay, so your question, which I have understood, thank you for unmuting your mic and start to discuss. So you are saying that the state of consciousness, which I have just mentioned, 33 life crises or major crises, uh, is that you referring that what you should do after you identify that you are in this crisis and what you should do? Is it your question?
Yeah, so these are all different type of crises.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Okay, understand. Yeah. So some of these states, mindsets, I understood them as a kind of mindset paradigm. So everyone is responsible for my situation, but I not. And so it's not crisis, but there are different paradigmas or mindsets. Um,
yeah,
which can we have without being in a crisis. They can be just a part of personality. Depends on how someone grew up and made experience in life. He can develop some of these or a lot of these mindsets, paradigmas, so which can again lead someone into crisis,
yeah.
having this mindset paradigmas. So that was my understanding. Please correct me if I am wrong, or it's your
Yeah.
it's
Uh, mhm. Yeah, thank you for narrating your thoughts about something related to you. Yeah, when let me show you the map of consciousness. So, or I have this map of consciousness as well for you, which is more detailed. So, basically, when we are in crisis, so we are here somewhere in the lower consciousness. We are living a life with shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, you know. So these are the lower consciousness. We are revolving here uh, again and again and again and again. However, when we start to have this courage, this level, when then this consciousness level will take you further towards neutrality, to willingly, to surrender, to accept it, to feeling love and joy and peace. And this will change forever. you cannot come back. You cannot come back, and you will not come back eventually uh, to back to the lower consciousness, because this is the blessing of this nature or this spirituality from higher being, that once you are on a higher level, that and you are working and maintaining it as well, you are giving positive actions for your body, you are maintaining your health, you are reading every day sacred knowledge, sacred text, reading useful books, meeting great people,
Yeah,
and
understand.
doing
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
meditation regularly, uh,
yeah,
and and working
yeah.
on your emotions. This will all help you to go higher level forever.
So that's the practices we can do to
Yeah,
attain higher consciousness.
absolutely.
We Okay, that's also interesting. We have usually, when we have crises or difficulties, or being attacked, you have to fight for life. Of course, you are in a fight modus. You cannot be conscious or experiencing some negative emotions or being under pressure for a longer time. But then I wonder what happens. What is the cause? Did we lost consciousness and then we entered into crisis, or is the opposite way? We enter the crisis or some negative emotional situation, and then this is taking our consciousness or reducing our level of consciousness. What came
Yeah,
first? You
yeah.
can maybe very conscious mind and person, a spiritual person, but there can something take you out of life, of your consciousness happening suddenly, something traumatic, or the different way you can just live with the low consciousness, and your
Yeah,
mind is fogging, and you
yeah.
you you see less and less and enter in life ways you with a conscious mind never would do.
Now that's a great question, and great comment as well. So, what happened? Which comes first? Everybody start our life when we basically born in this life, in this world. Everyone has a different state of. If you see this map of consciousness, we are on a different level of lower consciousness. When we are 1 year old, 5 years old, 10 years old boy, 15 years old boy, we, 20 years young person, adult, or 25 years, 30 years, now we going towards maturity. In somehow we are experiencing different levels of consciousness based on uh, our environment and our inner self, what we have inside. Sometimes we live in a bad environment and our inner self is okay, a good, a nice, uh, a great person inside, and that's okay. Uh, but if we stay longer in a bad environment, that may impact our inner state of higher consciousness and make us lower consciousness from inside as well. And then we get again into shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, anger, and these levels of consciousness. However, we basically need to stay and live in those environment of the people where we can have more tendency to go higher consciousness, where we will have an opportunity to exercise surrenderness, to exercise acceptance, to exercise love, and share and feel joyness and peace. And everybody has a different experience and different environment. Um, and which comes first, that depend on life to life. Some people have, for example, suddenly physical illness. Let's say somebody has some physical illness. Let's say a stroke in which that person does not move. One side of the body is paralyzed, for example. Now, that is a sign of that person to go in a higher consciousness. Okay. And that person needs to do some practices, even in a paralyzed form, to first of all stay in touch with the doctor. A doctor will help for with different techniques, with different medicine. At the same time, that person will read the sacred literature, which gives the higher conscious level in alteration, to give some change and do some meditation. And that meditation will help physically and mentally. And at the same time, will live with the people which give more care, more love. Join the people online and offline, those gathering where good peoples are there, where more stronger vibrations are there, more positive vibrations are there. More you will sit and join their gathering and meeting, more it will impact positively on your body, and more quickly, more easily, your paralyzed situation will start restore gradually and gradually. So, and that's how you will come on a higher consciousness, and you will not only changing your life, but this will inspire the people around you. This will inspire the people who are looking after you or who are attached with you, your friend and family, or your doctor staff, your medical staff as well. So this is a two-way process. Sometime the at good atmosphere will change your inner inner path, and sometimes your inner path will reflect your outer external part. So it is a irreversible, and it depends on person to person story. Everybody is a different, and uh, and this is something we can take away to home. Is that the question answer of your question?
Yeah, thank you a lot for this detailed commentary and
You're very
answer to
welcome.
my question. Yeah, just to add it, we it's a very difficult. The day has a 24 hour and week 7 days and year 30 365 days. So and we are sometimes in environments have to spend times we cannot choose, like work environment, and it's not everyone conscious, and there are also experiences people not only in the work environment but in also in other areas of our lives. We will be often on a regular basis triggered and challenged with our conscious our peace, and will very often experience situation where we are drawn back into stages like where we experience emotions like grief, fear, and things like that. So
Yeah,
maybe you can do everything best. You can
yeah,
do home with your family, experience a
yeah,
high conscious level, and then you go in the early morning to work and
yeah,
experiencing with your clients, with your colleagues, stress and all negative emotions, and then you are suddenly will find yourself in a orange red area of consciousness. Maybe is it good? So maybe that's what we are created for. Maybe this gives us opportunity to grow, to
yeah,
improve our agility, to flexibility, to came back, find back to the peace and conscious, higher conscious level.
yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, living in a monastery all the life, there will not be a lot challenge to
Yeah,
to the peace and conscious mind.
yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely right. We always go for the higher uh, level, no matter we start with the lower consciousness. But if the if we are not aware about what are the levels of other consciousness, uh, then we will not be able to go there. Uh, so awareness is very important. Like this class, you can take as a opportunity of awareness to know higher and lower level of consciousness, and also relate yourself where you lie, where you are actually at the moment. And this requires a good study of book, meeting to the right people, asking the meaningful question, and then you will have a good understanding where I am and where I need to go to the next level, then after level, and then how you will interpret your uh, quality of happiness. Because more level you know, and once you reach to the next level, you will be on the more highly quality and happier life. And then further you will go, more you will be more happier. So yeah, this opportunity, this class is providing you the opportunity to understand it. And I would recommend to read this book, The Healing and Recovery. uh, and
Can you show the book again in the screen so I can do a
yeah, you
screenshot?
can read this is a healing and recovery. I'm not sure, it's a blur. I will write the name on the text message.
Oh,
Uh,
that's great. Thank you.
Healing and Recovery by Dr. David R. Hawkins. So
Oh, okay, understand. The name is also to see on your
yeah, screen as well. That's correct.
slides. Yeah.
All right. Lovely to meet everyone, and I will make some more new topics and subject. Like this time, I did chose this one, the handling major crisis. So in 1 or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I will bring some new topic, which will be of your benefit, your for your knowledge, for your spiritual, mental, physical, and intellectual growth. And then I will email you usually, or keep watching my YouTube channel, where I will also show you something important information about. These are the website, maratibali.com. You can go and visit it. You can note down my email address is maratib@hotmail.co.uk, and you can ask me directly which is my next Sunday class topic or new series. I'm on the TikTok, YouTube, and Meetup. These are their addresses. You can join me, you can meet me, you can share, you can ask your question. It will be helpful for me, for my growth as well, and for your own growth as well. So thank you, and I will send you, email you your certificate within few days in the email. And this is just a acknowledgement of appreciation, your involvement and participation, that how uh, good you uh, as a human being, as a wonderful being, and this is just a reminder of a good memory that you participated in my class. I will send to all each of participant. I will send to Julie as well, AG as well, and couple of people they joined me last week or last 3 weeks. So everyone will receive this certificate. Thank you very much. My name is Maratip, and I will bring you more courses, more content for you. And you can join my YouTube channel and spread the news to your friend and family. And thank you very much. See you next time in our next course. Bye bye.
Oh, thank you a lot, and I'm looking forward. Really, I regret that I missed your lectures over the last 4 weeks.
No
But
problem.
I hope I will find them on YouTube on your
Oh yeah,
channel. You
yeah.
have recorded them, isn't it?
That's correct. That's correct. There is a recording as well, as well. Uh, I do record sometime, and I do upload on my channel as well. Uh, but more importantly, the live conversation or the live reading, there is nothing parallel. Um, because here you have opportunity to have a personal touch. Uh, and
Yeah,
on
of
YouTube,
course.
and on the YouTube video, there is only recording without my slide. So there will be a lack of something because there will be no slide on the YouTube recording. Only my personal vlog recording is there. Uh, but I mean, something is always better than nothing. So thank you very much,
That, that's true.
Julie
Thank
and
you.
Mohammed
I wish you
Javed.
a nice Sunday and looking forward for next time
Uh,
to see you.
Also, so grateful to you. And yeah, see you everyone next time. Bye bye.